welcome back to this channel. Welcome back to the weekly Spark of Knowledge. The Spark of Knowledge that has been made possible by the Staat Mentis Academy. And if you want to know more about the Staat Mentis Academy, please visit the website staatmentis.com. The good thing about the Staat Mentis Academy is that it's filled with all kinds of knowledge when it comes to peak performance in the form of videos. You can find some podcasts on there. We really try to fill the academy with as much content as we can, and also all the uploaded sparks. You can find everything back in the Staat Mentis Academy. So if you are interested in peak performance and coaching yourself towards peak performance, it's really worthwhile to check out the Staat Mentis Academy, which you can find on our site. And if you appreciate the way that we try to share knowledge by making these videos, give this video a like, or even better, subscribe to this channel, so every time we upload a new video you will know everything about it. Having all that said, just let's dive right in today's topic of this spark. And I use this spark usually to really talk about topics that I have encountered a lot during, the last week. So I kind of like use all my cases and all the things that I encounter as inspirations for these sparks. And last week was really a week that the topic of perfectionism, wanting to do things perfect, fear of failure, just, creating a huge amount of discomfort for yourself, were really topics that would just kind of keep coming back to me throughout the week. So I really want to use this spark to talk more about perfectionism and why it's just not a good angle to start from if it comes to peak performance and really wanting to reach your full potential. Because one of the biggest misunderstandings that I encounter when it comes to professional sport or just operating on an elite level is that we have to strive for perfectionism, that we have to do things perfect if we really want it to be the best that we can be at the level that we're operating on. And that is a big misunderstanding. And I kind of encounter a lot of resistance when I tell my point of view in this area, because people say you have to strive to do things perfect if you really want to be the best. Isn't that just logical? And my answer is no, it's just not a good starting point, and I will tell you why. I'm talking about reaching your full potential, and not just here, not just there. It's not like we tap it now and then, but reaching your full potential on a continuous base. And not only reaching your full potential, but grow further and further and further. Stretch your boundaries of your full potential and discover talents, qualities, and kind of like levels of performance that you did not even know was there. And coming from that angle of perfectionism is just not a good way to go. In this spark of knowledge, I included 2 models that, explain more about the vicious cycle of perfectionism and what it does to your performance. And I really think if you take a look at those models, you get a better understanding about where I am coming from. One thing that we have to realize, and it's a cliche and it's a saying, nobody is perfect, but it's true. As human beings, because we have emotions, we have cognitions, we are very complex machinery. We are just not capable of doing things perfect. So you can imagine that if your goal is one that is attached to doing it perfect. Let's say you are a midfielder and the goal that you set for yourself during a competition is every pass that I give should be of an AA plus, should be of a golden level. You can imagine that you will fail a lot, because those times that things are really working out exactly as we want it to be, those times are very rare. If you hit those times 1, 2, maybe 3 times during a whole competition season, you have a great competition season. You know what I mean? So because there are a lot of external factors interfering with our level of performance. You got your opponent, you got the referee, you got the crowd, you got your coach, you got your teammates that have an influence on the level that you are performing on. And we have no control over that, very little control over that. So to strive to do everything perfect and say hey, every time I give a pass, it has to be of that really golden level. You set yourself up for failure and you will fail a lot. So this midfielder starts, the competition starts, the game, first pass that he's giving is not of that AAA plus level. It might be functional, but it's not perfect. So in his or her mind, it's already like, okay, so this already didn't work out. I'm 2-3 minutes in, this already didn't work out. So I'm already failing. It's probably gonna be such a game again. You know, start to expect failure. And this has nothing to do with the fact that this midfielder has not the skills to do it right. It has nothing to do with that he doesn't have what it takes. It has everything to do with that the goal that he's setting is not a realistic one. You know, it's one that sets him up to fail, because everybody would fail if you strive for perfection, because it's unattainable. So you start becoming in that vicious cycle of, you know, failing again, because you have this unattainable goal. And obviously you start creating self-doubt, you start feeling bad about yourself, you start doubting your own skills, you start doubting your own capacities, and before you know it, you're in a vicious cycle which really tears down your performance. Something that we have to realize. If we start failing a lot because we're reaching for something that's unattainable, and we start feeling bad about ourselves, we start avoiding the situation, and so we start, you know, playing the safe ball, the ball to the side, the ball backwards. We're not pressing forward anymore. We don't dare to be creative anymore, you know, just go do something, try on error, and refine your input to get another output. You know, be flexible, be adaptable, be creative. We lose all that because we want to avoid the situation. We want to choose the safe route because we just don't want to fail anymore, because it's such discomfort towards ourselves, because we're failing so much, because we have this unattainable goal, that we really start to internalize failure and see ourselves as a less of a player, as even sometimes as a less of a human being. So it's a very dangerous road to go to. It's way better to strive for excellence, which is the kind of the point of view is, I'm the best that I can be in the situation that I'm at. I work with everything I have inside me. I look at everything that I can do in this moment. So if you encounter huge resistance of your opponent, and it really, of course, your opponent will do everything to get you out of your play. So, you know, it's really kind of like work play that you have to kind of like portray. But you try to do the best with what you have in the moment. Excellence has nothing to do with doing it perfect. You know, excellence is very forgiving. It's very, sets yourself free to try to do new things, to try to be creative. If you make a mistake, you tweak your input, you get another output, you try again. So if it's really about, you know, reaching your full potential, and that is a road of trial and error. You try something, you see what it does for you. If it doesn't work, you tweak it, you refine your input, you get another output. It's a journey of growth, where perfectionism is way more stagnant. You know, it's good or fault. There's no really gray area. There's no space and freedom to grow. So if you're really striving for reaching your full potential, not only that, but stretch those boundaries really on that continuous base, come from a standpoint of excellence, work what you have in the moment, and, you know, and realize that you don't have to do things perfect to really get the best out of yourself. It's all about give yourself the freedom to try, be yourself, and really come in inner contact with the qualities that are inside of you. Don't fall in that vicious cycle of anxiety and avoidance and take away every unique element that makes you unique as a person, as an athlete. I really enjoyed making this spark of knowledge. If you have any questions when it comes to the topic of perfectionism, you can leave your question in the comments down below, or you can leave your question in the contact form on the website statomentis.com, and I'm always very willing to answer any question that you have. If you like this video, give this video a like and subscribe to this channel, and I'm looking forward to talk to you all in my next spark of knowledge. Have a great day, have a great week, and please all stay safe.